Lesson 1. Getting introduced. Introducing yourself is building your first impression. And it is quite easy and fun too. Let's run through this conversation between John and Mohan. Hi, I'm John. Hi, I'm Mohan. Where are you from? I'm from New Delhi. What about you? I'm from Goa. Oh, that's a lovely place. Yes, it is. Thank you. What's your last name? Sharma. So, John, what do you do for a living? I work at D&D Infotech. What about you? Where do you work? I'm a manager at the FBB Bank. What are your work timings like? Work starts at 10:30 a.m. and my shift ends at 7:30 p.m. My office is a 20-minute drive from home. How far is your office from home? About 8 kilometers. Oh, good. That isn't very far. And how do you travel to work? Usually by bus. Oh, my bus is here. Excuse me, I have to make a move. Oh, sure. It was nice meeting you, Mohan. Good day. Nice meeting you too, John. Good day. All right. Now that we've heard the conversation, let's take notes. So first, they state their names. Then they talk about where they come from, about their hometown. So, where are you from? I'm from New Delhi. What about you? Now, what about you is a very common and useful phrase. It can be used to ask a question back to someone. For example, I'm a vegetarian. What about you? Or, I like reading. What about you? The next thing we saw was, oh, that's a lovely place. This is another very positive phrase you can use. And while saying it, your enthusiasm needs to be high. For example, oh, that's a lovely photo. Oh, that's a nice dress. Oh, that's an interesting story. Moving on. What is your last name? Last name is also called surname. So, John, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living is a different and probably better way of asking, what is your profession? And as an answer, you say, I am a manager at the FBB Bank. So typically you say, I am a, then state your profession, at, followed by the company name. For example, I am a teacher at the Open University. Moving on. My office is a 20-minute drive from home. How far is your office from home? How far is from is a phrase used to ask about the distance between two places. For example, how far is the market from the bus stop? Or, how far is the village from the city? About 8 kilometers. About is another way of saying approximately. So, for example, when will you be home? In about an hour, or at about 8:30. The next phrase that can be highlighted is usually. Usually means often. Now, words like usually, sometimes, rarely are all used to explain how often something takes place. For example, how often do you go on a vacation? Rarely, maybe once in 2 years. Or, when do you have lunch? Usually at 1 p.m., but sometimes a little earlier. So, he says, usually by bus. Excuse me, I have to make a move. Now, the phrase make a move means to leave. I have to make a move is a polite way of saying I have to go. Oh, sure, it was nice meeting you. good day. This is a kind gesture and a good way of closing a conversation. And of course, you can respond the same way. Nice meeting you too. Good day. So that brings us to the end of conversation 1, and hopefully we now know how to use better words and phrases to introduce ourselves. Moving on to the next lesson.